Hey Virgo, welcome to the Violet Flora Tarot. This is going to be your monthly tarot message for my collective Virgo. Don't forget, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. You can just leave it. All right, so we're gonna explore a couple different things for Virgo. We're gonna explore just your overall energy, what's coming in love, career, money, and just anything else that maybe you don't see coming. Let's jump in. All right, we're going to start with this oracle. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle for Virgo. All right, you have number 10, Destiny. Destiny. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull this. Why is Destiny there for Virgo's overall energy? Let's see. Destiny. Okay, we have the Chariot, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. So, Virgo, I think that you are coming out of a period of possible stagnation. Maybe there was a period of time that you're coming out of where you were having difficulty committing or making a decision about something in your life. And it may have left you feeling behind, left out in the cold. But with that Chariot card, I think, and the Page of Swords, right? This is coming up with an idea that's going to really push you forward. And with that Destiny card, I think that this might be one of those things that is inevitable. Let me just get any more clarification on Destiny. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Five of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, there's the Destiny card, Wheel of Fortune. So I think that this is coming out of a lot of inner conflict. Maybe you've had fears. I'm getting like fears around commitment or fears around, yeah, I think it's fears around commitment. And you finally are figuring out like what you want to do in order to move forward. All right, let's see. Where's this deck? It's right here. All right, what's coming in for Virgo? Let me shuffle these up. What energy is coming in for Virgo this month? Ooh, Six of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're setting out on something new, like a new project, a new job, just some sort of a new venture. And I think it's going to be successful. Ooh, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is some sort of a business idea. I see it being successful. I see a lot of healing happening with the Queen of Cups. And I think that you're walking away from that Five of Pentacles energy, right? That like stagnation, that scarcity mindset, that feeling left out. And I think money is looking good with that King of Pentacles. And that success seems to be on the horizon. Let me see for my single Virgo. What's coming in for single Virgo? Let me see. I'm going to take that. What energy is coming in romantic love for my single Virgo? Let's see, Virgo. What do you need to know? All right, Knight of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles is popping out. So Virgo, I think that you have become really privy to all the signs that someone is kind of going to be in and out or more of a player, right? With that Knight of Wands. I think that you've learned how to successfully protect yourself from that, like defend yourself from that. And I think you're going to be taking a really new approach to like who you choose. Because in the past, I think that it's caused you a lot of mental and emotional distress, figuring out like, okay, why do I keep choosing people who are breadcrumbing or who are in and out, right? Let me pull a card. What can single Virgo expect in their love life? Five of Wands. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Okay. So with the Five of Wands, I think that you might have multiple suitors who are vying for your attention. But I think one in particular with the Knight of Cups is going to pique your interest because the days of dealing with the player type and not understanding why are over with the World card. I see a genuine love connection coming in. There's definitely the potential for that. But it also might take letting old habits and patterns and leaving it in the past. All right, let's see. So for my Virgo who are involved in their romantic love life, what do they need to know? The Tower, the Judgment card, and the Eight of Wands, and the Devil. First and foremost, I see major improvements in communication. With the Tower, there could have been a sudden realization that the way that you are showing up in your relationship is not working very well, or the way you and your person are interacting with each other is really toxic and painful to both of you. So I think there's going to be a lot of revelations that are brought to your attention in terms of how you show up. What energy can Virgo who are involved, what energy can they expect in the romantic love life? What energy can they expect? What's coming in? Let me say. All right, you have the Ten of Swords. So I think that you're assessing what is potentially causing damage to the relationship. And I think you are finding other ways to heal that and other ways to go about it. Because there may have been a really painful situation that you're trying to heal from. But first, in order to solve a problem, we have to have a really good understanding of what that problem is, right? We have to be really straightforward. I'm also getting there is a need to be really mindful of your communication and really mindful of how you both show up and ways of communicating with each other that might be really toxic. Okay, I'm going to shuffle this up. I'm going to stick with this deck because I'm really liking it. What does Virgo have in job, money, and career? What do they have coming in? What do they need to know? What do they not see coming? Let's see. I'm going to pull that. We have the Seven of Wands, job, money, and career. So it looks like you're really busy with like a lot of responsibilities. There is a potential that you're feeling kind of stressed. Two of Wands. Six of Cups, job, money, and career. Job, money, career. Okay, this is a small message. For those of you who maybe work alone or from home, you may be realizing that being home and alone all the time is not healthy for you. It puts you in the Ten of Swords and causes a lot of distress, right? I think, you know, if you work for someone, it's asking for help or getting better at delegating. And I think if you work for yourself, that applies too. Getting better at having camaraderie with those around you, whether if you work for yourself, is connecting to other people who do what you do, who can be of support to you. With the Six of Cups, if you have friends or old coworkers who you had a great connection with and maybe you lost touch with, I think it's getting back in touch with them. But there's some sort of decision that you're like, it's pending. I'm getting pending. I think that you've been thinking on this decision in terms of work for a while. Let me get more information on this. Job, money. How's their money looking, Virgo? How's Virgo's money looking? Okay, Nine of Swords and the Death card. Okay, so I think you have been really worried about your finances, which it makes sense. but I think that you are finding a new way of looking at your situation. And I think it's going to help you feel better about it. Because when we really worry about money and we're in the Nine of Swords, it really pushes us into the scarcity mindset, right? And nothing good really comes from that mindset, the scarcity mindset, right? It's really based in pain and not having enough. So I think that you're going to be finding a different perspective on that. Let me get a few more cards on Virgo's money. Let's see, Virgo. King of Cups wanted to come out. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. I don't know what it is you do to make your money, but it could be that you're doing something that's creative that you feel passionate about. Because we have the King of Cups and we have the King of Wands. And the Hierophant, for a small portion of you, this might be something spiritual that's going to bring a lot of success, right? And that King of Pentacles, like your money is looking good. So this could indicate improvements in money, or just feeling a lot more stable in that department. Okay, let me get Virgo a Divine Angel Oracle card. Let's see, what does Virgo need to know? Let's get them an angel card. I'm not going to take all those, it's too many. Let me say. Grounding. I like that, bouncing off of the King of Pentacles, because he's very grounded. He has a good solid footing. 432, you are reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. And maybe that's also how you feel more confident about making that decision that you might need to make. Feeling more grounded, waiting, if you're waiting for something to unfold, if you're waiting to hear back from something, and just more grounded in your perception of yourself, your finances, your love life, everything. I really want to pull a career and life oracle for my Virgo. That feels important right now. Let's get a career and life oracle for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? What do they need to hear? What do they need to see? Let's see, Virgo. New life. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or new place. I love that. All right, Virgo, there's your reading. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye.